He gets a glimpse of Kid Cudi going through the metal detectors. Taking off his jacket. He's wearing this. And he's going into federal court, people. Taking off his watch. They're not playing around. Now, not all witnesses show up at the front. Cassie never showed up at the front. By the way, Cassie was guarded by HSI agents. She was a main witness. What this tells me, chat, is that Kid Cudi voluntarily is showing up. Cassie was escorted to that building with HSI agents, Homeland Security agents, who brought her in a separate entrance from what you would see. You never seen her outside. Okay? Now, Dawn did walk through the front. But Cassie, you never seen her in the front. What it tells me is that, yeah, Kid Cudi got subpoenaed, but he's going there on his own recognizance. Like, you know, the government knows there's a chance that maybe he would try to fight the subpoena or deny the subpoena or not show up and be held accountable for not answering the subpoena. So he walked up in that court confidently because he wanted to do this motherfucking thing. Again, maybe he didn't volunteer, but he definitely got subpoenaed. Okay, so bet. He's on the stand. They show him a picture. He says, that is Cassie. Scott says, and I got to imagine, Diddy's probably looking at him like, Playboy, I should have fucking blew up your house with you in it, nigga. Kid Cudi says, we dated in 2011. AUSA says, anyone else she was involved with? Kid Cudi says, Sean Combs. AUSA says, what do you know about their status? I knew that she and Combs had some problems. They weren't dating anymore. So basically he's trying to say, it's not like she cheated on him with me. They weren't dealing with each other. But everybody know, when that's your bitch, even when you're not together, that's still your bitch. Everybody know that. Come on, man. Come on. So you know Diddy was still tight, right? But Kid Cudi's making it clear, when I got with her, she was not with Diddy, okay? They had problems. I knew they had dated before, but they weren't together at the time. AUSA says, in December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Kid Cudi says, yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5 or 6 a.m. She said, Sean Combs found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did. AUSA says, why? She was worried. AUSA says, what was her demeanor? Kid Cudi says she was very stressed and worried. AUSA says, where did you go? To the Sunset Marquee. AUSA says, why? I thought it was safe. It was off the radar. So they go to some place named Sunset Marquee. Looked like this was maybe a hotel or something of the sort. Yep, it's in a West Hollywood hotel. And they were trying to lay low. Let's look at it. Okay, it looks pretty cool, Chad, huh? I've been in West Hollywood a lot. I've never seen this place. Okay. It looks low-key, though. Nice. So he brings her there. By the way, I see someone in the responses already saying the obvious. She's trying to protect him. He's trying to protect Cassie. You could tell he's not here to play the rapper role of, oh yeah, I don't know nothing about nothing and blah, 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 blah. You know, like trying to keep it like P or whatever the hell people be saying when you don't snitch but you take the stand. He's here to say, that was my ex-girlfriend. These things are true. She was scared. I was trying to protect her. Okay? By the way, I do not believe that what he's doing is considered cooperation, snitching, or anything else of the sort. Okay? Okay. Let's keep it going. We're waiting. While we wait on more messages about Kid Cudi and Cassie interview. Did Kid Cudi ever talk about Cassie before? I don't think he ever did. Don't think he ever did. Did we ever see Kid Cudi and Cassie? Did we? No, right?
Go off and do my thing, and I was able to work with a lot of.
This is why I knew Diddy was evil. Cassie used to look beautiful with all that hair. Because I ain't gonna lie, her face right here don't look as pretty as it does when she has hair. That nigga, I think Diddy was putting her through a humiliation ritual. It was like she was a pretty girl and he wanted to denigrate her as much as he could, kill her self-esteem. And also at times, I know people followed it because it was a trend in terms of shaving half of your head. I think he did it to kind of, I think it was like punishment. Ain't no way Diddy was like, oh, you look better like this. No.
Great producers and writers, and learn a lot about myself.
What was it like making that transition from working with him heavily to working with people?
Diddy had her looking like Manny Pacquiao. Like, come on, bro. She look like Manny Pacquiao right here, bro. Like, there's some of Diddy's actions that make you feel like that can't be love, bro. She might have loved you. And maybe in a weird twisted way, he did have some love for her. But I do believe, you know, my theory on this is that something happened that Diddy was like he grew to be detestable of her. I don't know what it is. Maybe he found out that she fucked somebody he knew. Maybe early on in the relationship, she was dealing with somebody. Like, he had to lose, because all signs are pointing to he would never let Kim Porter undergo these things, which is going to show you, because I do think Diddy has some issues from childhood. But he was, and maybe just Kim wasn't going, but he didn't look to try to put Kim through like this humiliation shit to belittle her, to make her feel like she was nothing. But with Cassie, 100%, he appeared to be trying to have her feel a lack of a self-worth.
He did it because he seems quite scary.
Well, I always worked with, he's not scary.
The man itself actually scares me. Oh my God,
He did me a little bit nervous. No, it wasn't really a complicated thing because Pup was always involved. But the transition was actually me going and working with completely other different producers. So Danger, who I did Official Girl with.
Let's go back to the tweets. Kid Cudi's on the stand, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. AUSA says, who else did you speak with? Kid Cudi says, I spoke with Capricorn Clark. She's sounding near tears. What did she say? That Sean Combs was in the car near my house. Brian Steele, objection. That one is overruled. Okay, it's about to get spicy, y'all. It's about to get spicy. Now, we got to start looking up this Capricorn Clark person. So, Diddy's former, assistant, Capricorn Clark. Is this her?
Did Capricorn come forward? Capricorn has been found, y'all, because...
Who's Capricorn?
Again faced yet another case. Proverbs 4:14. He dropped bombshell after. Here's what to pretend they never wanted the skin. After that, she made another
Oh, it's Capadonna. Okay, here we go.
Former assistant never took anything from him and instead was nothing but giving throughout the year she worked for Diddy. This means even Diddy confirmed that Capricorn is pretty reliable and credible, so people started getting suspicious when she made shocking statements about Diddy a week after Cassie settled the lawsuit and a few days after new lawsuits were filed against her ex-boss. And once again, Diddy became the center of attention after more people accused him of serious offenses. If you think this is controversial enough, wait until you see what Capricorn posts on her ex account right after. Here's what she wrote. Black women end up being the sacrifice for Last 11 years of my life, I had deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. After this post, many people think Capricorn was referring to Diddy when she wrote the word devil.
Oh, she flipped on Diddy. The only person seemingly not flipping on Diddy is Christina Karam, but we did hear from the last assistant, they said until she worked for Diddy until recently. So maybe she stopped working for Diddy and now she's flipped. If you ask me who's still in Diddy's corner, Gina, she's holding on. She still thinks she could be wifey. She probably still want a kid by Diddy. So Gina's still holding on. Other than Gina, we have, who else? Christina Karam. Who, by the way, I think if she takes a stand, Diddy might as well just reserve his bunk in a prison. That chick is the key and the glue to everything.
And if you could read Cassie's